Welcome, everybody, to Ignite Humanity Live. That's right. We're live on Facebook. We're live on Instagram. We're live on YouTube. And we are here at Ignite Television. You know, it's Lady JB Owen. And I love coming live for just one reason, and one reason only, is to celebrate our amazing authors who are doing incredible things. And I love coming live to all of you, no matter where you are in the world. Hello. Sending you love. Because today we are celebrating the live launch, the big book launch of one of our next incredible white glove authors. I'm bringing him into the show. Welcome, everybody. Mr. Nolan Pillay, international best-selling author today. How are you?
Oh, hello, JB. Good, thanks. And
So,
yourself?
yes. So happy to have you here. So I'm in the US, you're in South Africa. We love the power of technology. And Nolan, I just want to
Absolutely.
say for everyone out there, congratulations on your solo book going live today. Big blessings to you. Tell everybody, what solo book did you write? What's it all about? And why is this on your heart? Why this message?
Wow, thank you for that. So, firstly, the book is actually called The Millennial Success Code: Inspire, Enlighten, Transform. And when I set out to write this book 18 months ago, I wrote one massive book. And eventually, as the time went on, we managed to convert that one massive book into three books. So, this is the first of two others that would come through. So, this book was written with the intention to help people that are really struggling at the moment, and especially with the youth. If you look at what our youth are actually going through, not only in South Africa, throughout the world, there's so many challenges that they are facing, and they don't have like a success code or a manual on how to go about living their life. So, what I've put together is something that can benefit them in a major way. And that's this book called The Millennial Success Code. It's called that with so much of intent with it. Because from what I've read it over about 22, 23 times as part of our editing, etc. So whatever you see in that book there will apply to you in such a nice way. The book is basically split up into three different parts. So part one is all about internal work or internal foundation, and that's just helping you to build, to understand what success is about, to adopt a purpose-driven mindset. Now, you would agree with me, JB, right? With the youth around today, they have a mindset problem. And the reason why I say that is I'm not saying that there's something wrong with them. All I'm saying is they have so much of potential, so much more potential, but there's nobody that's assisting them and guiding them on how to tap into this potential and use it to their benefit. So we don't want to lose this youth or this generation of today to the point where they're just happy with getting a good education, getting married, having a house, end of story. We want to teach them how to become more purpose driven, how to live a purpose driven life, how to become more mission driven. Further to that, for them to be able to do all of this, they need to take care of their holistic well being, right? So, if I give you an example, a person that goes to gym and just wants to pump muscle all the time, yeah, it's all well and all good. You're looking good from your body part. What about your mind? Who's training you to fix your mind as well? So, in this part one, we teach you how to build yourself holistically. And I think the most important part of this part one is how to adopt a resilient mindset. Now, you'll see in the book is just not any book. What I do share in the book is stories or challenges and obstacles that I've been through personally in my life. And I think it's quite important that you understand this because if you look, a lot of the people that are listening and would understand, I come from a background of extreme poverty. I come from a background of apartheid that South Africa went through. But there's one difference that I've adopted. I did not allow those situations or circumstances to dictate who I can become as a person. And that's how I got to this point to write this book so that I can teach others how to live this life and how to become better. So I think that's all I'm going to share on part one so far, right?
Well, it's great. You know, one of the things you did share is that you have lived some of these experiences and you've lived some of these challenges and you've lived some of these trials and tribulations. And I think that's so important. You know what I say to all my authors, you got to live it, you've got to walk through it, you've got to experience it so you can speak about it. And it's got to be authentic. So, Nolan, congratulations to you, not only for sharing your personal opinions and perspective, but also for really focusing on this demographic. I think it's important, now life is different than it's ever been before. And so some of the tools and strategies we had in the past aren't working for us the same way they were. And the Millennial Success Code is really giving some of the key components and principles that people need in today's age. And I really would love for you to share about that, how things have changed so much over the eras, so that what the youth is facing today is different than what we've ever faced before.
No, absolutely. And that's such a good point as well. I mean, where we come from, there was no technology like we have today. So the stress was not as much on us to have a cell phone, to go and buy the most expensive cell phone just so that you can log on and get onto social media. And why? Get onto social media and have a look at a whole lot of negative stuff that people are sharing. So that's a big challenge for them, because what we tend to do with this social media that we have currently is the youth or the youngsters are getting hooked onto negative information. And the more they get hooked onto this negative information that it's bringing, the more they're going to stay in this kind of stuck mindset. Now, let's be honest, if I post something positive, the amount of attention or comments that I get on that positive post is maybe 2 out of 10. And let me post something negative or something really bad, it's got like over a million followers already, or over a million comments on there, because it's negative. So why are we thriving on negativity? Why are we, as a generation, and this is the young or the millennial generation, thinking that life is all about negativity? It's not meant to be lived in that way. So what I'm showing you in the book is how to move away from that. And I'm not saying just discard it completely, right? There's one way that you address it. I also see these negative memes all the time, but I don't get attracted to it. I don't click on it. I don't comment on it, because the way the social media algorithms work these days is, the moment you click on something negative, lo and behold, you're going to find a whole list coming in your feed
Mm,
automatically. So rather click
that's so
on something
true.
positive and let that filter down into your stream. So the more positive stuff you see, the more you want to improve your life.
Yeah, and one of the things I want to share about the book, folks, is it's not just one code. Nolan has taken the time to write multiple codes. There's so many codes throughout the book because they do address the many different parts of your life, the holistic part, the social part, the
Exactly.
financial part, what you're doing at work, how you're interacting, your relationship part, and even some of the racial and prejudicial and confining and conflicting things that many of us deal with. Nolan's given us some codes on how to move through it. Nolan, go back to the beginning. Why was this book? What was the why? Why this book? Why was it so important for you to write it, The Millennial Success Code?
I think the biggest thing for me was to allow people to break free from the limitations that they have. And that sadly has become to a point where it's self imposed. I've lived a life with a lot of limitations most of my life, until I had to unlearn that and realize that I can become a better person. I can become the best version of myself. So this book was written purely to get you out of that stuck mindset. A lot of the youth that we see today, they go through something called an entitlement mentality. Now, nobody is entitled to anything in life. We are here to make a difference in this world. Nobody owes us anything. So we need to get our youth out of this mindset and allow them to see or expose the potential that they have within them. So I want to get them away from this fear barrier. I want to get them away from this, I cannot do this. This is not possible because my circumstances or my environment tells me that this is where I should live and die. So I'm telling you that you can get out of that situation, because I've been there. I was in worse of situations, but I chose to leave that. And that's why I share my lived experiences, for you to realize that if I can get out of it, surely you can get out of it as well. Just with a little coaching, a little hand in. And I say this again, the youth of today have so much of potential. They have so much of good resources on hand, but they're just not using it in the right way.
I love to say, like, if you can do it, they can do it. So, Nolan, you've published a few books now. This is an incredible solo book. You've done some chapter books and your own other book with Ignite Publishing. Talk a little bit about people who have aspirations and dreams and desires, and they feel like those are being held back. how can you encourage them to go after those ideas and wishes and wants that they have for themselves?
Yeah, that's such a good point. And I'm going to give you one example, and this is related to my first book. And then I'm going to explain to you how I got through that as well. So in 2021, I went through COVID pneumonia, and I was hospitalized with 58% oxygen levels, ended up spending 13 days in the intensive care unit. So if you know of COVID people that had 58% oxygen levels, they were near death. And that's exactly what I experienced. And the one thing that got me through this was the mindset that I had created over all of these years. But the point I'm trying to say to you is that painful situation of almost losing my life, I was able to turn that and make it into a success story and become a first time author. So, how did I do that? When I went through this experience, there was something that it was teaching me, right? It was teaching me how to become more resilient, how to take care more of my body, how to overcome anything that I was experiencing at that point. And because I had adopted that positive mental attitude, I was able to say when I walked out from that hospital, I could now attempt to become a first time author. And that's exactly what I did, right? So the book was written to test my ability and to get me out of my comfort zone. Remember, not being an author at all, but now you suddenly aspire to write your own book. And I did it all in 4 months, eh? In a 4 month period. So, like I'm saying, if I can do that, I set my mind to it. And the way I set my mind to it, I set out an intention. And the intention was very simple. The COVID book was written with the intention that whoever has lost a loved one because of COVID, the book was going to help them to understand what a COVID patient goes through so that they can reach peace and closure in their life. So, can you see? I made it more of a human experience. I made it all about humanity and how we can help each other grow. So, I did that in that short space of time, and that's how it became successful. And yes, the book is still selling up to today. The nice part is for anyone that wants to write a book, I'm my current book and the other two books that I wrote was via Ignite Publishing. I can tell you, you will never find a better publisher, in my opinion, ever again. And that's why I stay close to Ignite Publishing because I know the one-on-one attention I get, the family attention, that attention that we want to make this into a reality for you, you would not get it anywhere else. And that's again that human experience of not saying, okay, Nolan, you write your manuscript, we'll edit it once and we'll publish it for you. It was never the case with this book. Lady JB knows we've done so many re edits over and over again just to make it into a masterpiece. But going back to the point of aspiring to be whatever you want to be, ladies and gentlemen, it's as simple as this. If you want to do something in life, write down that goal. Write it on a goal card and just not write it and leave it there. Start taking action towards it. And the more action you take towards making that goal a reality, trust me, believe me, it will become a reality, like the Millennial Success Code. That started off,
Mm.
and here
Well
we are.
said. Well said. Super well said. I am so proud of you. I am so honored by you. And, when we work together to create a book, it really is a very personal process. And
Yeah.
I get to go deep into the mechanics of how you're thinking and what your desire and intentions are. And I know with 100% absolute conviction, you truly desire for people to rise up in their greatness, to find their strength, to know truly who they are, and to live at the very epicenter of what's possible for them. And the Millennial Success Code does that over and over again. It is so great. And it's really designed to help that millennial mind that has a
Yeah.
different perspective, a different viewpoint. Baby boomers are one thing, Gen X are another, Gen Y. I mean, we're all a little different, but the millennials have this new, very unique perspective, outlook, possibilities, inclusion, unity, all of those amazing things. And you've really brought that together in this book.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Nolan. International bestseller
Thank you.
today. Fantastic. Folks, if
Wow.
you want to get a copy of
Okay.
Nolan's book, let me just share a little bit. It's on the banner at the bottom of the screen. Go to Amazon and just download the book. It is available for free. Nolan, talk about giving the free digital downloads today. Why is it so important for you to give out free digital downloads for everybody?
Well, I think it's important that everyone understands what the book is about and goes through it. Now, again, the reason why we all giving you a free copy is to make a bigger impact in the world, to add value to your life. So there again, you can see from our point of view, it's not about the chase for the money. We wouldn't offer this to you for no reason at all. I strongly believe that anybody that downloads this book, trust me, it's going to make such a massive difference in your life. You're going to text me or send me a Facebook message and say, Nolan, you know what? You were absolutely right. This book did make an impact. I've had a few testimonials already from people that read it, and I think I just want to read one for the audience, if I may.
Yes,
Uh,
please. And folks,
let
what I
me.
want to also share with you, if you're not a millennial, that's totally okay. You can still benefit from the book. But more importantly, if you know somebody who's rising up, who wants to have more in life, who's looking to aspire to have a few key principle that's going to help them, share the book with them. Reach out on Facebook, reach out on your social media, email them, text them, send them a copy of this link, this live, and get them to go download a version of Millennial Success Code. It's free. It's free today, tomorrow, and Sunday. And we're doing that on purpose because Nolan, like me, we believe that money should not prevent anyone from having access to their dream.
Yeah.
And so making it free is super, super important. Nolan, read us the testimonial.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. So, this is one I got back, which says this is a game changing read, not only for young people, but also for anyone who wants to unlock their true potential and reach their goals. This motivational book is a roadmap to success filled with valuable insights and real life experiences that will inspire young minds. Again, it's the real life experiences that I've been through. And trust me, I've become very vulnerable in sharing certain stories in this book that many people will feel either embarrassed to do it, but I've done it because it's all about being authentic and being honest in what you deliver to as many people as possible. She goes on further to say the Millennial Success Code offers tips and strategies to overcome obstacles and achieve success. The author highlights that true success encompasses personal achievements and the profound impact one should have on others, leaving a lasting legacy that resonates throughout the world. Again, leaving a legacy. In the book, I speak about community and networking. There's a code called community and networking code. There's a code called collaboration code. There's a code called continuous learning code. So all of these key codes are in there for you. There's about 23 codes. She also goes on to say, reading this book at a younger age would have been life changing for me, as it would have put me on a more meaningful path. Highly recommended. And this is from Ishara Pillay, who's an educator, also an award winning author and inspirational advocate. But these were just some of the testimonials that were coming in from people that we shared the book with in advance. And we said, hey guys, go and have a read of this book and tell us whether we are on the right path, whether we talking sense or are we off track. And all of these testimonials came back with the same message that this is going to empower the students or whoever reads this book to discover their purpose and see life from a different point of view.
Nolan, bravo to you. And folks, if you want to know more about Nolan Pillay, you can find out obviously on his website. You can go to the Millennial Success Code on Amazon, and you can even reach out to us at Ignite Publishing. Nolan is going to be traveling to the United States for our incredible event we're having May 27th to 29th in Salt Lake City. Gatherama. Nolan is going to be presenting in our Ignite X event. He's going to be
Wow.
speaking on stage for our 10 speakers to compete for $10,000, and he's going to be honored at our gala. Nolan was our award winner last year. He's going to be passing the torch. Absolutely. Thank you for having that on the shelf. Nolan is going to be sharing his award, moving on to our winner for 2025 and being a part of our gala. Nolan and I are also working together in partnership to create a skills center in South Africa through the donations of the book sales at Ignite Publishing and the money that we raise at the gala. So Nolan, I can't wait to see you in person. I can't wait to have you there. Nolan's going to be at Gatherama signing books. So get your copy. If you want to download, it's free today. If you want to order a copy, that's great. If you want to see Nolan in Salt Lake City in person, have him sign your book, please come and join us May 27th to 29th. Any final words you'd like to leave our audience with, Nolan?
Oh yeah, I think it's most important that, my final word, and I actually just jotted this down a bit because I think it's important for everyone to understand. And this is how it's been throughout my life. And the one message I'd like to leave you with is that success is not a finish line. It's a rhythm. It's a state of alignment in a way of showing up in your life for you. The codes in this book are yours to use and apply them. So remember, I can give you all of this knowledge. And I also felt at one point that I've gained all of this knowledge throughout my life. By me keeping this knowledge to myself is not doing any service to anyone else. So that's why I decided to put it in a book. But again, the book has all of these success codes. It has all of these learning tools. It's broken up in such a way where it's a short chapter where I speak about my story. And then we have a success principle, a success mindset, and a success code. So a success code is like your mantra, your daily mantra that you can use. But here's the main thing that you can take away. At the end of each chapter, there is some work that you need to do that's going to help you to improve your life. So you need to get back to it. So like I said, you can get as much knowledge as possible from everyone. But if you don't take it and apply it in your life, it's useless knowledge. So use whatever we can give you because we've gained all of this knowledge throughout the years and now we want to share it with the world. So cheers to the Millennial Success Code becoming an amazing book that's going to impact your life.
I honor you deeply, Nolan. I know you put so much of your heart and soul into this book, and I want to thank you for caring and so much. You truly are igniting humanity. You're making a massive difference in the world. Folks, give a big round of applause to Nolan Pillay, who is launching his book today. You are available to get a copy at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, anywhere the book is available, but head on over to Amazon because it's free today for a digital download. Nolan, thank you so much for being here. I hope you're going to have a fantastic day celebrating. It's all weekend long. We're going to make bestseller in multiple countries, and I just want to say thank you. Can't wait to hug you in person. Folks, Nolan Pillay, the Millennial Success Code, launching today. Great job, everyone. Thanks, Nolan.
Thank you so much, Lady JB.
Now,
Thank you.
more than ever, we need to come together to connect with one another. We need to feel the truth in who we are and let go of everything that's happened in the past. We need to empower every person on the planet and awaken hearts, enliven souls, come together, laugh, play, rejoice, connect, create, and love. It's time to ignite humanity. We want you to be a part of something that will impact the future for everyone. We want you to tell your story, share your Ignite moment, show people who you truly are. Be a part of igniting humanity and making a difference in the world and all of our futures.